Okay, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share some tips that will help you loot faster, get better gear. Now, looting faster means wasting less time, and you can get into more gunfights and win them with the better gear, and eventually get more wins. So, let's get into tip number one, knowing what you want. To know what you want, you need to know what you will need and how much. So, decide your bag layout beforehand. Most of you might already have an idea of what weapons you use, how much ammo you need for those weapons, how much heals you will need, and how many and what kind of grenades you want. For the new players who might be watching this, if you don't know your fixed bag layout yet, don't worry. You will have a better idea of what you want, how much you want after playing a few days. Now, once you guys know your ammo, the guns, the heals, and the nades, and the quantity of them, you want to memorize it. Once you've memorized what you want, it's time to get looting. Now, I'll show you my personal bag layout right now. So, my preferred loadout is the R400, and both of them are light weapons. So, I carry about 5 stacks of light ammo, and light ammo is quite common to come by. Almost everyone in the game is using light ammo, so it's not really something rare. So, I'm never worried about running out of light ammo. Other than that, for heals, I carry 4 syringes. And if I have space, I carry 2 med kits because that's the last thing you're worried about because you take shield damage first. For shields, I carry 8 to 12 shield cells depending upon the size of my bag and depending upon how many batteries I'm carrying. And depending upon the size of the bag, I carry roughly 2 to 4 batteries. And for nades, I carry 2 nades at all times. If possible, sometimes I do not find nades after a battle, and at that time I just prefer to top that space up with the shield cell or extra ammunition. Now, this brings us to our second point, know your landing location. You must have seen other videos telling you where to land and how to go about it. So I just want to add a few things to those. Firstly, you will not be able to land in the same place on the map every time, as the jump master might choose a different location to go. So you want to have a fixed path for every major location. Now you always want to land away from your teammates, as if you land with them, the loot will be divided amongst you, and there's a good chance that it won't be enough for either one of you. In case there are multiple squads landing at the same point, try to go off a little. It is fine if you go a little further away to an unnamed location besides the main location, as you can get geared up and come back, and you will either third party or you will fight two weak teams or fight people who have damaged armor, low ammo, and low meds. Plus, they will be looting the people they just killed, and you can take a jump on them fully geared up and win the fight. The third tip is placeholder guns. Let's say you prefer the gun R99, but when you land you don't find it. What you can do is pick up a weapon that is not bad and you can use it, and it can hold the attachments for your preferred weapon. In this case, the R301, the alternator, and the G7 Scout, all of them can hold the attachments for an R99. Plus, they use light ammo, which also helps you store the ammo for the R99 when you find it. Now, the fourth one comes to learn the loot box. Now, almost everyone already knows this. Memorize the loot box layout. All the items in the loot box are always in the same spot, and after a while, you will know where to pick up what from. Another thing about loot boxes, it will help to have an idea about how much equipment you have used up in a fight and what you need to loot back to replenish whatever gear you have lost. Now, the fifth tip comes to opening supply bins together. So it's a small one, but when you come near multiple supply bins, open them one by one first and then begin looting. This will remove the slight time it takes for the supply bins to open, and you'll be able to loot from all of them together and quickly and move forward. Sixth one is inventory on zip lines. Now, this is a small tip, but it can save you precious seconds in certain situations. This will most likely be effective at the start of the game. Now, when you're on a zip line or might be sliding down a slope, you pretty much can't do anything. At this moment, you can just quickly view your inventory to check if you need anything else or have something you don't need and can drop it off. You can drop off items on a zip line, so this is an effective way of inventory management. Also, if you just feel like you want to check your inventory, you can just slide while running because your momentum and your speed will increase while you take that 1 or 2 seconds just to have a quick look at an inventory and decide how you want to go about looting next. Now settings, there's two settings that I would like to talk about here, and the first one is to reduce the info that you get when you're looking at a particular object on the ground. Now after playing for a while, you will be familiar with what each item is for, and all the extra information is not really required. Sometimes it also blocks visuals, and turning it off will also reduce visual clutter, which will make it easier for you to look around and have more visual of the environment. The second one is to switch off the close death box when taking damage. When you are being third partied or do not have a chance to heal in a match, you would want to swap armor or maybe pick up some ammo or even maybe nades. Now keeping this on will close the death box when you are taking fire and not allow you to loot. But switching it off will let you pick up the purple armor and some ammo too, which will help you win gunfights. Now these are the 7 tips that I generally keep in mind while looting, and hopefully this will help you loot faster, get into more gunfights, get better gear, and hopefully at the end help you gain some wins. If you guys found this video helpful, do leave a like on this video, and do let me know guys down in the comments if you have any more tips you would like to share with me and the other players in the Apex community. And if you guys like watching similar content, do consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome.